Well, hi.
Hi, friends and
What's up,
haters.
everybody? Welcome back to the show.
Another episode.
We're so happy to see you. And who are we? Why, just your latest and greatest and hopefully
Mm,
favoriteest wrestling podcast in the land. We're the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast. I am Kills at Wills.
I'm Billiam.
Tonight, whenever you're watching this, we're gonna do something we haven't done in a long time, which is do a little thing. It's just a few of our favorite things. Billiam and I's friendship goes back, way back now, many moons. And one of the things that connected us is wrestling. And we decided at some point to do this wonderful thing. And as part of that thing is not just weekly reviews. We figure we talk about some of our favorite things. We've done some things before, tag teams and interested in things like that. But
Check them
today,
out. We got on our channel past
there
videos. We did all that fun stuff. Check it
we
out.
talk about WrestleMania main events.
Yes, we've finally done it. We've been talking about doing this for a long time. We have both had our list ready, but life has also happened, so we haven't had time. But here
Yeah,
we are.
here we are. And
Ooh, baby.
sometimes you can't rush great things. You gotta,
Not at all.
sometimes they happen when they happen. And here we are. This is something that we talked about when we were talking about doing the podcast. We were talking about WrestleMania main events and WrestleManias in their full entirety. That is another one that will be coming, but today we're just going to give you part one of what might be two, maybe even three, depending on how long we gloss about these matches. Because
Yep.
we love it, so
It's
we're
great.
gonna talk
Yep.
about them. And so I just want to, before we get on started, I would just like to just or not remind everyone, just let everyone know when we say main events, we are talking about the very last match of the evening. So he and I are probably considered old heads at this point. So we go back in the days before WrestleMania was two nights. So when we're talking about main events, we're talking about the last match. So when it's two nights, the last match on night two, the very last match before credits, WrestleMania is done. So we're gonna keep that in mind as we do this list, because some of y'all might be like, well, what about? Well, what about? And if it's not there, it probably was not a true main event. So keep that in mind.
Yes. Before we do get started, I do have a
Yes.
couple I do want to mention
Yes.
that just are not main events, but probably should have.
Oh, let's get
Uh,
it. Honorable mentions. I can dig that.
yes. First of all, I want to say that of the entire list of all 41 WrestleManias, the most underrated main event easily is WrestleMania 18. Triple H and Chris Jericho, because it followed The Rock and Hulk Hogan. So, that match is phenomenal. It just gets overlooked and overshadowed because Rock and Hogan, because of what it was. Not their fault, just should have been earlier in the show. Anyway, with that
Same
being
could
said,
same could be said for um, WrestleMania 25, Triple H, Randy Orton.
yes, agreed.
Storyline and build up to that match was appropriate. It was working. Trips was getting revenge back on Orton. Uh, it just had to follow Taker Michaels,
Yeah.
and probably one of the greatest, not just WrestleMania matches, probably one of the greatest wrestling matches of all time. So, even I love the story of Trips turning to Orton and just going, "We're in trouble."
Yeah.
So,
Another quick one I want to give a shout out to is it's snubbed. It should have been the main event, but it wasn't because the main event was Charlotte versus Becky versus oh god, Sasha Banks, right? No, Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
Yes, that was the triple threat that main event at WrestleMania 35. But the match I'm talking about is Kofi Kingston, Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
That match is one of the best matches I've seen probably in the last 10 years or so. Just the story, the lead up to it, the build up to it. Um, just Kofi was so deserving after being in the company for so long, and just everybody rode the wave. Like he was a part of a tag team, but it didn't matter. Like he was going on this whole solo run. And they gave it to him and they gave him his moment, and it was just loved it. Probably one of my favorite matches that I watched. It wasn't even one of the main events, but I watched it anyway.
The beginning of Kofi Mania, as we started to call it, and yeah, those tears that you saw, Big E and Xavier Woods were real
All
tears,
real.
repping their boy because yeah, um, you'd have never thought a dude like Kofi would stand on top of the mountain
Nope.
for for many reasons, some we won't talk about. But yeah, but hey, he did it, and it was a really good moment. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good one to bring up.
With that being said, I
That
think we
being
could
said,
dive into our list because we ranked these WrestleMania main events too, kids. We didn't
he
just watch
did,
them. We ranked.
he did,
So it took a while.
and I gotta say, I wouldn't be shocked if the ranks change. Well, it's funny because they will change as WrestleManias keep going.
Yeah.
You might get some. So let's just say at the time this was at the time of Boom Boom this in 2025. Because if you'd have asked me 10 years ago, the list would probably be a lot different.
Yep.
But
Agreed.
this is the top 15 with how we're feeling at the moment, our top 15. So, and we're gonna compare some matches here and see how many we get that are not only on the same kind of list, but if we're close to the numbers in here. So, because we have not shared these, we're going to find out
Yeah,
these
we have no
lists.
idea.
Billiam and I are going to find these out in real time. So,
Go
this is
ahead.
exciting.
Give us our first one. Start us
Me
off, buddy.
first.
Yes,
Me
sir.
first. What? I get the bad lead off. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
man. I
You
always
all
bat lead off, so I figured let's go. Let's give you one this time.
appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Uh, we're gonna start from 15 to 1, I believe. Or did you want to start with our best, or you want to
No, 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 no.
work up to the best as you do?
You got to give the kids a reason to watch.
We're gonna go ahead and say WrestleMania 6. It was belt for belt WWE WWF at that time Intercontinental belt against the WWF Heavyweight Championship. It was Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior. Jesse Ventura, Gorilla Monsoon were on commentary. This was held in Toronto at the Sky Dome. Lots of people there. The match was a bit slower than I remembered, but it's a classic old school wrestling match. The energy's electric, and at the time, just two of the biggest wrestlers. I was a huge Ultimate Warrior fan, and you couldn't help but kind of be a Hulk Hogan fan because he was
Yeah.
that icon. And so that was the first super match because I was too young for Andre Hogan. So in my mind, this was the biggest wrestling match I had ever envisioned. Like it's Warrior and Hogan for belt at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It was my first kind of big embodiment of a WrestleMania main event, and it's just, Ultimate Warrior gets the win.
Oh,
It
so
feels
good.
like a passing of the torch. Um, it's dope. It's I still watch it, and I am just transported back to just being so excited and still
Yeah.
love watching the entrances, still love the stare down. Hogan's in his face and Warriors just
Yeah.
it's
And
just
then they do the same thing at the end where Hogan's
yeah.
dripping sweat and all of the paint's gone off of Ultimate Warrior at that time. So like they're just doing the stare down again and then yeah,
I mean
it's
you get the bump and it's the Warriors, and then you get the bump and he hits him with the and it's just
great.
it's so good.
Great.
It's so good. So yeah, that is number 15. If y'all haven't seen it after the match, massive sign of respect. Hogan gives Warrior the belt, fireworks and fanfare for Warrior. Just a really, really great thing.
Really great.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. My number 15. We're gonna jump ahead a few years.
Okay.
It's going to be Stone Cold versus The Rock 1. Um, that was at WrestleMania 15.
That was it.
Uh, yeah, that was the first time that they faced off for the championship at WrestleMania. It's rocking Austin, man. We were lucky. You're lucky to be graced with one superstar of that caliber, and we had two at the same time
Yes.
at the top of their game.
Yes.
So it's like when we saw like uh John Cena and Batista, or if we saw um Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero, or just like these guys at the same time that shouldn't be but are.
Yes.
and the crowd is completely divided. I mean, I think most of them were going for Stone Cold because I think The Rock was big heel at the time, which he usually was for his career.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I mean, it was Attitude Era at its finest. They were wrestling outside the ring. Stone Cold used a wire to choke out The Rock. The Rock did a back body drop with Stone Cold, and he hit his knee on the lights, like up at the front of the stage. And but in the end, Stone Cold wins.
Indeed.
Yes, he does. He does that a lot.
Yes.
Stone Cold
Yeah.
does, especially
I,
against The Rock.
especially
But yeah, my number 15, Stone Cold versus The Rock, won.
love it. Love it, man. Um, Another real quick honorable mention is WrestleMania 19, Rock Austin 3.
Hmm.
Was not the main event, but that's actually my favorite of their matchup is 3.
Agreed.
Uh, just for what they do in the ring and knowing the backstory of what happened to Austin going into that match and
And not
you,
knowing that that was his last match.
not knowing that was his last match, this feeling of the Rock is leaving. You're like it was this buzzing that he was going to start doing movies, and you're like, okay, this is his last chance to beat Austin, and so WrestleMania 19 is another one we could
Yep.
I'd like to throw in there and just say that was really really dope. If
That's
there's not,
overall one of my favorite WrestleManias is 19. 19 is
yeah,
fantastic. It's
19's really
the
solid. All right, 14 on my list is
acting.
we already kind of gave a mention to it. Um, Yes, the Kofi was overshadowed, but my 14 is the triple threat for the triple threat match for the SmackDown and Raw Women's Championship. It was Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. Charlotte gets her classic helicopter entrance. Ronda gets Joan Jett to play her to the ring. You get Michael Cole, Corey Graves, Renee Young on commentary. This is the first
Hmm.
women's main event in WrestleMania history. Crowd didn't seem as into it as they should have been, but that's because, like we said, Kofi Mania happened and a lot of energy got expelled.
Well, it twofold. It was that, and it was the fact that WrestleMania, it was still one night.
Yes,
And that was when it was like they had seen like 4 hour pre-show and like the
yes,
people were exhausted. It was like
yes.
11 o'clock. So,
It was
and that was here. So I think it was like 1 a.m. there on a Sunday. So those people were just fucking tired.
yes, yeah. They were as in it as you could have been. Ronda Rousey gets the Piper's Pit reverse as Becky Lynch gets the win. It was a good match. It was a good match just to see Charlotte in her prime. Um,
Mhm.
People forget she was that broad.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Forget what you see now of the people that she's lost a lot of steps, but she's had some bad injuries. Let's not forget it. Like once your knees kind of go that bad, it can be a long day. Um, I think I have one more note. Yeah, the ending. There what it did feel like a quick little roll up match at the very end. At the very end, it just seemed like Becky. It was like boom, and it was like 1, 2, 3. Like, oh, okay, great. Oh, damn.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Match is
What?
over. Wait, oh, WrestleMania's over. Okay, yeah,
Right,
hey.
right. Almost as if they're like, hey, what's the time? Yeah, let's. This is good, but
Cool.
people. Vince is falling asleep in the back.
Let's call it.
But um, I am a huge I think I'm a huge Becky Lynch fan. That was at a time when I thought we all as a collective wrestling fan base thought Ronda Rousey was going to be here for a while and cared, and so she showed up. Charlotte Flair didn't let us down, and for the first women's main event at a WrestleMania, I just appreciate that it finally happened. It took 35 of them to get us there, but I just applaud that it happened and it was for 2 belts, and I just think it was a good flex, and so
They
I
killed
put
it.
that on the team. Yeah,
Yep.
for them, man.
Yeah. My number 14. So I'm gonna do here. My number 14, my 13. 13 is actually the match you just talked about.
There you go.
So
I
13
figured
was
this might happen a bit, so I
yep,
figure if we, it's one of those like, oh, we have the same one. You hear my thoughts, and then we can hear your thoughts. So
yep.
it's gonna happen. Bring it, bring it.
All right, so we'll get back to it. So 14 is I have Rock Cena 1 at WrestleMania 29.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Roxina 2.
That's Roxina 2.
That's
Yeah.
Roxina 2. Sorry.
Ah,
Roxina 2. Um, it would have been higher if we hadn't seen it the year before. Um, we actually the first match is actually better, and I'll get to that later on in my list. Um, but maybe I don't. I don't know. Anyway, uh, so yeah, Roxina, WrestleMania. I think I meant to do 28
nah.
because that one was superior.
Yeah.
The first one was superior. Just because you think it's like, oh yeah, The Rock's not going to win. Like they'll put John Cena over, and The Rock wins. It's like, what? It was
Right.
such a shock
Right.
because not only did we never expect to see The Rock come back, but he came back. We're like, oh yeah, John Cena's like, oh, he's gonna pass the torch, like it was gonna be like Rock and Hogan, where Hogan passed the torch to The Rock, did the whole handshake at the end.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
Rock hits him with that rock bottom, 1, 2, 3. You know why? Because Cena tried to do the Rock's finisher. And if
yep.
you ever try to do somebody else's finisher, you're going to lose.
It's damn near a fact, everyone. It's
Look it
rough.
up.
Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it.
So yeah, my 14 is Rock Cena 1.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So
Wonderful.
so good.
So good. That brings us to my 13. 13 for me. Let me flip to my notes about it. Oh, on the first try. Boom. Uh, it's gonna be Rock Austin 2. WrestleMania 17 for the WWE Championship. The Rock coming in the champ, determined to not have a repeat of the year before. Austin, it's the first. Austin uses the disturbed version of his music to
The
come
only time at WrestleMania.
yeah, to come out to the ring. It is Jim Ross, Paul Heyman on commentary, which is dope. It is in the Rattlesnakes' hometown, so even though Rock's coming in the champ, he feels like a little bit like the underdog because you're
Mhm.
in Austin's backyard. Um, Austin uses the $1 million dream in that match, which is crazy. Um, Mr. McMahon comes down, pulls Rock off Austin before Rock can get a pin, and it is the moment that we realize that Stone Cold has flipped, and people don't talk enough about how that was kind of a heel turn. And the reason why they don't talk about it enough is because again, it was in Texas, it was the Rattlesnake. So even rewatching it, it's
Just it
Rock
doesn't
is
work.
going full, I mean, Austin's going full heel, and people are just like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It
It's
just
poor Rock. In a turn of events, Stone Cold aligns with Vince to take the title from Rock after vicious chair beatdown. Overall, great match. The huge heel turn, and then after the match, uh, beers with Vince and all that is shut down by the Rock because the Rock gives him an old belt shot and
yeah, he's all bloody. He got
but,
hit with the ring bell and
gives him a shot with the Rock and yeah, man.
yeah.
But yeah, Rock Austin 2. Again, two of the best to go at it. I'm a big Rock fan, so I thought, man, if Rock retains, he always felt like Rock, I always felt like at that moment Rock was the dude who would win win the belt on a random Raw and then lose the belt at a pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view, always.
And you just felt like, man, this has got to be it. And then as soon as you see him align with Vince, you're just like, okay, well, dang,
Uh,
like, damn, Vince. I mean, damn, damn, Stone Cold, like this. So, it's a heel turn that doesn't get enough talkings about.
no.
So, and I was very entertained, and I didn't like it at first, but after rewatching it, I said, you know what, I appreciate this Stone Cold move going this route.
Yeah.
I dug it. So
Yeah.
that's 13 for me.
Yep. 13 for me. Like I said, that triple threat women's match between Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. What more can I say that you didn't? That it deserved to be the main event. As much as I wanted Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan to be these women, they claimed it. Like it's women's wrestling at the time had never been as good as it was,
Yeah.
because of the whole women's revolution, where they can actually wrestle, which it's now being, they have all the matches. that the men do now. They have their own Money in the Bank. They have their own Elimination Chamber because they too are wrestlers. So it's good to see them get their due. Like finally, um, Charlotte's doing moonsaults to the outside from the top turnbuckle. Like
Bad, bad.
I don't remember seeing a lady do that before.
You forget.
Ronda Rousey is just ruthless, but that's because she's trained in all her martial arts stuff, man. I mean, she was legit UFC champion, so she knows how to fight. She knows what she's doing. As is Becky Lynch. She's been doing this forever. So, those three women just put on a show, and Becky Lynch deserved to hold both those belts at the end of the night.
Yeah, big facts.
Yep.
Shout out to that match. We got one on the list the same. At least that first one that we know about. That's
Yep.
and
So that's my 13.
not too far from each other. So that's cool.
Yep.
That brings us to my 12. And the 12th on my list, I actually owe to you because I believe this is a match that you have hyped up a bit, and I hadn't watched it in a very long time.
Ooh, tell me.
Boy, did I enjoy it. It is WrestleMania 16, Fatal Four-Way for the WWE Championship match. It's a McMahon in every corner. It's Mick Foley versus The Big Show versus The
Hmm.
Rock versus Triple H. Um, yeah, like I said, Linda, Shane, Vince, and Steph each have a McMahon in their corner. Linda's in Mick's corner. Shane's got Big Show. Vince has The Rock, and Steph has Triple H. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler on commentary. Rock eliminates Big Show after a back shot by McFoley. Triple H eliminates McFoley after a pedigree on a chair. Standing ovation for McFoley. That looked like it was his last match in the WWE at the time.
I'll get to that. Go ahead
Yeah,
and finish, but
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. Comes back to the ring to hit Triple H with Barbie because, yeah, why not?
Hmm.
Michael Clark Duncan is hyped by ringside actor, RIP.
R.I.P.
Shane and Vince have a fight ringside. McMahon comes back out, ends up hitting Rock with a chair, shocking everyone. Triple H, who came in the champ, retains, and it is pretty much officially the beginning of the McMahon Helmsley era.
Absolutely.
So not only is this just a really great match, it has lots of things that you would want to look for in a WrestleMania main event. There's family drama, there's belts on the line, four top Hall of Famers in pretty much kind of their primes.
Hmm.
Mick kind of more towards the end, but still just great to see. Just lots of drama. After the match, Rock hands out rock bottoms to Shane, Vince, and Stephanie because
Deserved it.
everyone did it. And this match is kind of a big pin in the Attitude Era, the beginning of the McMahon Helmsley era, which
Hmm.
is big, is a big thing. And
Yeah.
so I thoroughly enjoyed going back and watching this match. So yeah, WrestleMania 16,
Yeah.
good.
So this match, this was one of the pay-per-views that I watched over and over again because I recorded it from pay-per-view because my grandpa had one of those black boxes. You get all the pay-per-views free. So that's how I used to watch he'd record it for me and I just watch them on tape. So WrestleMania 2000 is near and dear to my heart. I know that one by heart. I didn't remember it was 16. I had to think about it for a second because I know it is
As
WrestleMania
you call it,
2000.
that's 2000. Yes, that
Correct.
should have AKA'd it.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 2000, absolutely.
So I love and hate that match because it's great, but it's the second year in a row that we don't know about that Vince McMahon screws The Rock out of the championship because he did it at 17 the next year.
Correct.
It was also um so that was also the same year where Mick Foley and or sorry, Cactus Jack and Triple H fought in the street fight at that Royal Rumble. And then that next month at Hell in the Cell, Mick Foley lost. He had to retire and he lost. So Linda McMahon pulled him out of retirement for this WrestleMania match
That's what
to
it
give
is.
him because it was also in Madison Square Garden. No, it was in Anaheim.
It was an arrowhead.
But he had never had main evented a WrestleMania, so Linda was helping make his dreams come true before he officially hangs it up. So that's how he ended up in the match and last hurrah with Barbie and all that stuff. So that's the whole little backstory with that. But it's
Go
such a
boom.
good overall. It's a great WrestleMania. That was the Triangle Ladder match.
Yes.
That was that WrestleMania too. So check that one out as well, kids.
Another one that you could put on that list.
Yep. So my number 12.
Yeah.
Um, we're gonna go to WrestleMania 27. It's gonna be The Miz and John Cena, where The Miz comes in as champion and leaves as champion, kids. Let's not forget that. Nobody liked The Miz. And this is one of the best video packages. We still talk about it to this day with Nas's You Can Hate Me Now. Just everything shows clips of him in the real world going through tough enough.
It is so well put together. It is
Hmm.
so well cut. It encompasses everything that you like. I'm so impressed. I get so excited thinking about that,
Yeah.
bro. Because I want to that's like a Section 8 promo.
Hmm.
That's
Totally.
a
You
hate
can hate me now.
pro. Yes, it gets
Please
so
do.
juicy when I think about it, and then it all just wraps up in just that huge, just
The
awesome.
big blow up, I'm awesome that
Oh
he,
my,
yeah,
it's one of his best moments. It's one of the
yeah,
Miz's best moments.
comes
Yeah.
down with I always blank on the dude's name, but he dressed like Aladdin, that one with the vest. Oh,
Let me
uh,
I can look it
not
up.
Tyler.
Alex
Alex Riley.
uh
Alex Riley.
Alex Riley. Yes, Alex
Alex
Riley.
Riley. Yeah, it
Mhm.
came down in that Aladdin looking vest because it's WrestleMania, so he had to look fancy. But regardless, he wasn't. He was just there. He didn't do. I don't think he did anything during the match, but um, it ended in like a count out or something, or a double count out because they both like got clothesline. Miz actually doesn't remember the rest of this match because he hit his head when he hit the over the barricade. He hit his head.
Yeah.
They got counted out to double count out to 10. The Rock was the host of that WrestleMania, comes out and says, "It's not going to end in a double count out. Let it continue." So it goes, continues, and then The Rock hits Cena with a rock bottom, which sparks the whole thing for next year. And The Miz gets the 1, 2, 3 and retains, even though he is partially unconscious. But
Yes.
The Miz beat the greatest of all time to retain at WrestleMania. That's huge.
That is.
Everybody hated The Miz. People respect him now, but everybody hated The Miz.
Yeah.
So that's my number 12.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's not higher on my list only because like it would have been great to have a legitimate win in a way.
Yeah.
But but
It was because of our conversation where you said you were encompassing everything with the build up and the
yeah,
story
no,
and everything.
absolutely.
And this is
Absolutely.
so good.
Absolutely. No, I understand. I completely understand because there's probably some on my list that just don't have to do with the actual wrestling itself, which is like
Hmm.
no everything coming into it, which brings us to kind of a cool segue. My what are we on 11?
11.
Yeah, my 11, a match that man, just because of life and history and ugliness and just rough things we don't get to really talk about anymore. WrestleMania 20, the triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's Triple H who came in as the champion versus Shawn Michaels versus Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit won the Royal Rumble to become the number one contender. Could choose anyone. He chose Triple H. Shawn Michaels trying to
He won at number 1.
yes, right. You're
He
right.
went the
Went number
distance.
one, beat all other men and won the Royal Rumble. Um, Shawn Michaels trying to cash in on his see, here's the thing. I get one more chance I owe a receipt to Triple H for years of whatever's, and I'm calling it in now. And if I have to go through you to do it, I don't care that you won the Royal Rumble. I'm fighting him at WrestleMania for the championship. Um, Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler on commentary. Triple H. It's the first time I've ever seen Triple H wear white boots.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
weird.
interesting. Three of the best to ever do it. Name Chris Benoit brings up dark things now, but at the time, he was that dude. This triple threat match was great from start to finish. Benoit taps out Triple H to win the belt. It's yeah, one of my favorite. Yeah, I
Yep.
put my one of my favorite matches. But yeah, here it is.
Hmm.
Afterward, Chris Benoit is embraced by Eddie Guerrero.
Because Eddie Guerrero went earlier,
Yeah, one of those just
confetti falling.
iconic shots. Um, Eddie had won, had retained earlier in the night. And there was this great moment earlier where Chris was Chris Benoit's walking back and forth. This is a promo I'll never forget. Like even though I don't remember it exactly word for word, but Chris is walking back and forth, and Eddie's like, you're gonna leave a groove marks all the floor. He's like, are you all right? He's like, you're facing Triple H. He's like, Eddie, I know. He's
I
like, oh,
know.
but you don't understand. He's like, no, I know. He's like, yeah, but people are saying that you don't really
Yeah.
think you're gonna win, do you?
I know.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
that's the Benoit I want to see. I believe, Chris. I believe, Oh, so
Ugh.
and then yeah, it's Triple H and Shawn Michaels and it's Chris Benoit. And believe everybody when I say if you have we don't get to really see a lot of clips anymore unless you own stuff, but
Mhm.
Chris Benoit was that dude in the ring.
Yeah.
And Triple H and Shawn Michaels found out really early that it was going to be a long day, that their history didn't mean anything. Chris Benoit was going to run through whoever to do it. And I love that Chris taps out Triple H because I was still very much on my F Triple H bandwagon at the time.
Yeah.
And any day the Triple H loss was a good day for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. For the longest time, Benoit was always seen as the underdog. So it was
yep,
the underdog finally reached that brass ring and claimed the
that
championship.
too.
So
The story coming into it, Chris Benoit got his moment. Um, especially one of the really few cats who, when the WCW invasion happened, was able to actually be successful, be truly successful, keep his aura that he had going in. So,
yep.
yeah, WrestleMania 20 main event.
Here we go. We're 11, right? All right. My number 11. Here we go. Second crossover of the night.
Hey now,
WrestleMania 17. Rock and Austin.
or
Um,
X7, as it's again
X7. Yes, WrestleMania X7 in Houston in the
in
old Astrodome.
the old Astrodome.
The same WrestleMania where Kane threw Raven through a glass window with a hose around his neck. That was fun. Um, but we're not talking about that match. We're talking about the main event, and that is in the No Contest Wrestling podcast. They like to ask the question, "What match or what broke your heart? What professional wrestling broke your heart?" This match broke my heart because Stone Cold Steve Austin made a deal with the devil. Nobody ever saw that coming to win
Yeah.
the championship. Just the look in his eye, and he damn near murdered The Rock with that steel chair. I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's enough!" Back out. It was brutal.
Not a damn match.
But yet I couldn't stop watching WrestleMania X7. So, um, just for the reason that match would only be higher if The Rock didn't lose so badly and Stone Cold didn't j join with Vince. But hey,
Hey,
professional wrestling at its
yep,
finest.
that's the wrestling story, bro.
And still to this day, Stone Cold regrets that heel turn because it just never fully panned out. So, uh, not much more I can say after you did, but WrestleMania 17, Rock Austin 2
Boom.
is my number 11.
Um, I see we're kind of against it, but I can give you my 10
Yeah, we can go
because
10.
it's another one that we already talked about. So I can kind of you already spoke on it. So I'm gonna just speak my little bit on it. And it is WrestleMania 28, Rock Cena number one.
Mhm.
Uh some things y'all might have forgotten. Diddy introduces MGK and Skylar Gray, who
That's
perform before Cena
right.
comes out. Um, this is when the introduction of Cena talking to the camera phase. What that means is when he comes out, instead of just saluting, it was that, oh, we're gonna go to work today. It's time to go to work. There's a lot of people here. I'm wearing a new shirt. Oh, let me get my towel.
That was also, let me just say, that was when I started very much disliking MGK. And because he said, this for all the underdog, John Cena underdog. I was like, John Cena has never been an underdog in his life. Get the fuck out of here
That's
with
right.
you, MGK. Give me Flo Rida and that Tron motorcycle to bring out The
Flo
Rock.
Rida came out with a little Tron motorcycle. DJ
Hmm.
he performed before the Rocks comes out. Time to go crazy, stupid, do it, do it. Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole in commentary. Um, there's this real funny moment after two count. Cena kind of looks around. He's like, "Oh yeah, I know we're in Miami. I know, I know."
Hmm.
Very funny. Uh, Rock gets the win, and yeah, I like you. The only quick thing I can say is like you. I said there's no way they should have The Rock lose in Miami, but they also give John Cena everything. And if you're absolutely going to have what we would looking at as the time as a passing of the torch, then you're absolutely going to have Cena win. So when Rock wins, it's one of those times when the WWE did not let me down. I was like, oh, cool.
But I was surprised.
Un until it was like, nope, we're gonna do it again next year, and like,
Yeah.
and there it is. And it's gonna be for the belt this time, and there it
Yeah.
is.
It's like once in a lifetime, and then the very next year it's like again. It's like
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, that
yeah,
was where The Rock beat CM Punk to end his 400 something day title run, just
yes.
so John Cena could beat him at WrestleMania.
And I saw it coming. I saw it
So
when
did
they,
I.
yeah. So it's just
Couldn't
yeah.
do anything about it. Just
Yeah.
enjoyed the ride of The Rock as another title run, which I guess is fun. But yeah.
Cool. Do you have time to get your 10, or do you want to
Yeah,
pause it?
I'll knock out my 10.
Get that 10.
Uh Number 10. Let's go back old school. We're gonna go with the Iron Man match. Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels for WWE Championship at WrestleMania 12. This is the first time that most people had ever seen a match like this,
Yes.
especially an Iron Man match, which was an hour long. So you can imagine they were exhausted after probably 30 minutes, and they still had time and a half because it went into overtime.
Yes.
But it went an hour. Who was it? Was it Jerry Lawler on commentary with Vince? No,
No, it
no,
was
it was
this was what, 12? Let me look.
12. Because that was with the "Oh God!" when Shawn Michaels did the zip line down, and uh, while he looks that up,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was like there were no
It-
falls
the
the
one I
entire
didn't
hour.
the one I didn't write down that was who was on commentary. Oh dang.
That's
Sorry.
all right. I know it
Oh.
was Vince because it's Shawn Michaels. Oh
It's coming
God!
down on
Ah!
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's the excellence of execution. One of the best technical wrestlers to ever do it against one of the flashiest to ever do it. And they n no two, very few two wrestlers gelled as well as they did. Even though they pretty much hated each other, but that was later on. But this match was it's everything you want to see. They pulled out every move you could think of at the time. And it still ended, time ended, not a fall. Brett thinks he wins because it's a stalemate, but they're not going to have it that way. And then like 30 minutes in or 30 seconds into overtime, HBK hit Sweet Chin Music 1, 2, 3, new champion. So that was the Iron Man match, and like I said, it blew people away because like a third of this show is just one match. All right, cool. I guess I can watch that, and you're just enthralled the entire time because you're waiting for somebody to get a pinfall, and it doesn't happen.
Indeed.
So,
That's wonderful. That's what, 15 through 10, everybody.
yep,
We
yes,
got
sir.
we're up against it. So that again, that was part one. Go ahead and go to the next video. It'll be up there soon.
It'll be
Probably
there.
we're gonna be recording it tomorrow, most likely. So we're gonna be giving it to you pretty soon. Who knows, right? Uh, that's gonna be our time. I got things to do. You got things to do. He got things to do. Real quick, William, let them know what they can do for us, man.
Of course, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button and comment down below. Let us know your favorite WrestleMania matches. We will post our entire list on Instagram, so you can see the whole
Yeah.
thing. We'll post that when we're done. We got two more parts to post, kids. We're doing like five at a time.
Yeah.
So let us know your favorite matches if you haven't heard it yet. You can also find us on Instagram, Section 8 Wrestling Pod, where you can find the rest of our WrestleMania matches we'll post soon, as well as Spotify and Apple Music if you want to just listen to us while you're driving, you know.
You might want to, but pay attention to the road.
That's why you listen. Don't watch us.
Exactly. For the Section 8 Wrestling Podcast, I am Kills at Wills.
I'm Billion.
Hey, we're going to see y'all on the next one.
Later.